clearly it was a rush job, and I think that this is an example of that.
New reaction to the Empire State's new landmark gun legislation signed into law by Governor Kathy Hochul last week.
But I will not rest as the governor of the state until we've done everything in our power to end this gun epidemic once and for all.
Her goal is to strengthen the state's gun rules after the Supreme Court struck down a concealed carry law, saying it violated the Constitution by stopping law-abiding citizens from practicing their Second Amendment right to bear arms. This new law enhances safe storage of firearms, requires background checks for all ammunition purchases, and lists sensitive locations where it would be considered a felony to carry a concealed weapon. Some of these locations include airports, bars and restaurants that serve alcohol, educational institutions, and parks, which Senator Dan Steck says includes the Adirondack Park. Therefore, he believes it limits the rights of legal gun owners in the North Country.
So this affects not just people in the Adirondacks, but people in the Catskills that walk out their homes, and if they walk into the woods to go camping, to go on a backcountry adventure, they would be committing a felony for possessing any firearm.
He's not alone in his reservations. Assemblyman Billy Jones says in part, it's deeply concerning that simply possessing a gun in the Adirondack Park is now considered illegal. The pistol permitting policy in New York State is already strenuous and tedious. This is another example of why we shouldn't rush through legislation. Congresswoman Elise Stefanik also weighing in on the conversation, saying this is a direct attack on the law-abiding and patriotic citizens of the North Country and Adirondack Park. I will always stand up for my constituents as radical politicians like Kathy Hochul and downstate Democrats attack the Constitution and our upstate values. The governor's office did not return our request for comment in time for our deadline. Meantime, Senator Dan Steck wants North Country gun owners to know one thing.
And I and others are going to be committed to defending their Second Amendment freedoms and making sure that people have the right to defend themselves in public, in their homes, as they were up until the Supreme Court ruling. And my colleagues in the legislature, Governor Hochul, decided that they were going to use that and their anger to go after law-abiding gun owners.
He feels this law needs to be amended to make it safer for people in New York.